The average salary in the US today is $60,000 a year. Yep, it is. With high prices, high mortgage rates, inflation, how much of a house can one actually afford on $60,000 a year? It's not impossible. I will be honest, you are probably going to be limited on the houses that are out there. But again, it's not impossible. In this video, I'm going to share with you realistically what that payment's going to look like. I'm also going to break down some other things with you regarding the debt, saving for a down payment. This is a good one, guys, so let's get into it. Now, I want to start off by saying I'm not here to convince you to go buy a house if you're making $60,000 a year. There's a lot of people that have been coming on here lately saying that you're a real estate agent, typical realtor trying to get a deal done, trying to get buyers and trying to make a sale. I'm not. I'm educating because I'm frustrated with what I'm seeing out there and the affordability crisis that's going on. So I want to be realistic and give you this information to help you achieve it. Take this information, do what you want with it, but hopefully it'll help you in achieving that goal of home ownership. And again, I'm not here to try and just get a sale off of somebody. And if you're one of those haters, you're watching this right now, do yourself a favor and scroll on because not having that today. Anyway, let's move on. Now, before you even speak to any lender, you should be looking at your finances. And I'm going to share with you a little exercise that I want you to do. When you're done with this, go do this exercise. And it's a little eye-opening, but it's going to give you an idea right off the bat before you even talk to a lender of whether or not you're going to be able to afford this. Okay. Like I said, I'm getting real about this. I'm going to talk about the 2836 rule. This is the rule that lenders use to determine if you can afford a mortgage, if you can afford to buy a house. So 2836 rule is no more than 28% of your gross income should go towards your mortgage payment, and no more than 36% of your gross income should go towards your monthly debt, meaning your credit card, car payments, student loans. So let's break this down. Here's the math on this. $60,000 divided by 12 months, you have $5,000 a month. This is your gross monthly income. We're going to take that $5,000, multiply it by 28%. That gives us $1,400. That $1,400 should be your maximum monthly mortgage payment. No more than that. Okay. 5,000 times 36% is $1,800. Your monthly debt, credit card, student loans, car payments should be no more than $1,800 a month. Okay. This is the rule of thumb that the lenders go by. So if you go and do this calculation now, you can tell yourself right now whether or not you'd be able to do this. The biggest issue is a lot of people have is their debt. So if you are at that 1,800 right now, or if you're over that 1,800, I'm sorry to say, you need to peel it back and work on getting your debt down. Okay. Because it's not happening. They're not even going to look at you if you're over that amount. Let's step back. I get asked this all the time. Why do lenders just look at the gross income? It helps the lenders determine the total amount of the loan and the affordability to see if you can afford it. I know it doesn't seem realistic, but this is how they do it. They go by the gross income. Now, let's get realistic. You're excited. You're seeing, $1,400 a month. That's my mortgage payment. Okay. But you got to look at your net income, right? So typically your net income is about 80% of your gross. So with $5,000 a month, 80% of that, it's $4,000 a month. Now, if we take these two numbers in this example here in the 2836 rules, you give it $1,400 a month, mortgage payment, $1,800 a month on all your total debts. That leaves you with $800 in the bank at the end of the month. Not a lot of money. I know. And that's kind of scary when you think about it, because honestly, you have other things to pay for, right?
Yes, definitely.
What about your groceries? What about your cell phone and your other stuff, all the utilities? It's going to be tough to swing that. So if you have any debt, if you're anywhere near that $1,800 a month, I would be doing what I could to to get rid of that debt. Pay off the credit cards. If you have a car, if you have a newer car, I'd be selling that, maybe get a used car. I know I'm going all Dave Ramsey on you guys right now, but look, this is a reality. If this is what you want to do to achieve home ownership, I'd be doing everything I could to get rid of that debt. Now, the other two things, the two big components that the lenders look at is your credit score, which is obviously tied to your debt. And they're also going to look at your down payment. Now, once you get that debt squared away, you get that all figured out, you get rid of the credit cards and what have you, you need to start looking at saving for the down payment. Now, a lot of people think you have to put 20% down. You don't have to put 20% down. You don't. You can put as little as 3% down. There are a lot of conventional loan programs out there where you can put 3% down. There's also the FHA loan where you put 3.5% down. The only downfall to FHA is you have the private mortgage insurance for the life of the loan. Private mortgage insurance is an additional payment that you have to pay each month because you're putting less than 20% down. So you got to take that into consideration as well when you're calculating your monthly payments. In this example, I'm going to go through an example over here. I'm using a mortgage calculator to show how much you can afford based on a $60,000 salary with $10,000 down. Let's, for argument's sake, we're going to stick with $10,000. This is just for your down payment. This isn't including your closing costs. Your closing costs are going to be on top of that too. So you're going to plan on saving another $3,000 to $5,000 for closing costs on top of that. Again, a lender would have a better idea of what those costs would be, but for this argument, we're just focusing $10,000 for the down payment. This is a mortgage calculator that I found on Trulia. So you can see here we have $60,000 income, a $10,000 down payment, zero debt, and an excellent credit score. You can afford a home up to $210,892. Your monthly payment would be $1,800. So you're looking at a home no more than $211,000. Your monthly payment should be no more than 28% of your gross income. Well, in this case here, you have zero debt. So let's, for argument's sake, you do have $500 a month in debt. Okay. So let's throw $500 in here. So $500, it actually brings, look at how far down that price comes down to. It says here, you can afford a home up to $154,435. So $154,000. And your monthly payment will be $1,300. Now, look, wherever you're watching this from, some parts of the country that is doable. Some places like here in New Jersey, where I'm from, I'm located, not so easy to do, but not impossible, depending on where in New Jersey you're looking. So that just gives you an idea right there. You can, depending on your debt, if you have zero debt, you're looking at $211,000. And if you have around $500, this is like $500 in debt, you can afford $154,000. So let's take a look. Let's see what is actually out there in the great state of New Jersey. Let's get an idea of what these homes are like in this price point. I did the price range $150,000 to $200,000. Okay, just kept it under a little bit of the numbers that were recommended on Trulia. So now in New Jersey, you're probably going to be in that price point. You're going to find more of condos for sale and townhomes for sale. So here, this is in Brick, New Jersey. Brick is located down by the Jersey Shore. So we have a 2-bedroom, 1-bath condo listed at $175,000. So as you can see here, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. I mean, carpeting's not bad. You probably would have to redo that. But overall, it's not bad for $175,000. If you choose to, you really want to buy a home, that is a possibility. But you do also have to take into account, look down here, you have a monthly HOA fee of $130. You cannot forget to tack that on to your monthly payment. Okay. So when you're meeting with your lender and you want to put an offer in, they need to know this. They need to know what the HOA fees are, because that HOA could actually knock you out of the ballpark, and you won't be able to afford it at all, because that one payment may throw you over the edge, and it'll affect your affordability, and you cannot get a loan for that. Okay, now here is a home. This is in Manchester, New Jersey. This is listed at $185,000. This one isn't so bad, although this is part of an adult community. Not ideal for a first-time home buyer. It's a very cute house, but if you're a first-time buyer, this obviously would not work. But this just goes to show you, these are the types of homes that are available in this price point in New Jersey. Again, if you're looking in your neck of the woods, in your area of the country, wherever you're watching this from, you probably have better chances of finding homes in that price range. So again, look at Zillow, see what's out there. But again, go through that process of the 2836 rule first to determine to see if this is even going to be doable for you. Not all hope is lost. Like with any challenge in life, if you put your mind to it, you focus, you can achieve, right? You can totally do that. And if you have a goal of wanting to buy a house that's a $436,800, I highly recommend you watch this video here, because that will go through all the details on exactly how much you need to make to be able to afford that. Thank you so much for watching me today to get your dose of real estate reality. My name is Jackie Baker, and I will see you next time.